This last year has definitely tested me, but it's also taught me probably some of the greatest lessons. And while there were many, many things that came within that year, gaining my self-worth was the best gift. I wouldn't take a single piece of my old life back. I'm grateful for the people who tested me, and I'm thankful for the lessons, because it molded me into someone who actually values herself. It gave me a piece of myself that I never thought even existed, and that's worth more than what I thought I wanted. People have always told me that I inspire them, but what they don't know is that this strength and perseverance came with a lot of pain. It came with a lot of chaos and heartbreak. It isn't easy to transform into a new skin. It's painful, but at the same time, it's beautiful. And once you're in that new space, it feels so much better than the old one did. A lot of people tell me, "You're so strong, I don't know how you do it. Not a lot of people could get through what you did." And the truth is, there's a lot of people out here who have. They just haven't shared their stories. And I think that's the important message, that they should. So we all know we're not the only ones going through this, that there are great things that come with change. I have spent the last 10 years of my life trying to find myself as a person. I was so scared of change, so comfortable with my life, that I feared anything new or different. What I did not know a year ago was that I was about to experience a very painful situation. And what I was about to find out a year later was that this pain was going to teach me the potential of who I truly was my entire life. It's all smoke and mirrors until we face change, until we choose to face fear. This is where the true growth comes from. And the saying is true, that life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. What I've learned this past year is to love myself. I've learned that self-worth that I've always wanted, to value and respect myself. And I think that's what needed to be learned from this. I don't think I would have ever gotten here without me going through what I did. And it also taught me to look into the darker parts of who I am and really evaluate the pieces of me that weren't so pretty. I think a lot of us like to blame and victimize ourselves. And while I think that people do play a part in certain situations, we should also look at it like we're the only person in control. That no matter what anyone else does to you, you can't control that. The only thing that you can control is you and what you choose to do with your life. It's so much easier to say, well, this person did this to me. Well, this horrible thing happened to me. So this is why I am the way I am. Where is that going to get you? You'll be sitting there in 10 years singing the same song. So when there is pain and there are moments of being uncomfortable, we should sit in it because we have no other choice. Now this could go either way. We can either deal with it, or what most people tend to do is ignore it. I'm choosing to do this because at the time when I was going through my own personal issues, I wish that I would have had someone else to relate to. I wish I would have been able to hear someone else's story that could have given me some type of hope. I think more people need to hear the real truths on real issues. It needs to be a conversation that's talked about more. And I also think that the issue why it isn't is because we're ashamed of our truths. We feel like we're the only people experiencing that situation or pain. Hope is everything. And if I can even give that to a handful of people, then that's better than nothing at all. My happiness is untouchable because it's no longer attached to another person or situation. I've learned to create it myself.